I don't want to really toot my own horn, but I figure that I get this question asked more than enough times that I figure I wanted to create a video where I just say, just watch this video and it explains a lot. So a lot of people will ask me between my full-time job, doing my melee stuff, playing mobile app games, and getting married, like how do I like manage all the stuff I do? Um, I'll give you a simple tip. And this is kind of a joke, but not really. Like doing the things I do requires sacrifice, and it ultimately comes down to like what things do you do in your day-to-day life that you would be willing to do, for your leisure or whatever, or what are the things you're willing to sacrifice to get more stuff done in the day. So I have 24 hours in a day, and everybody else has 24 hours in a day, including yourself. So the true secret, if we're to really boil down what is the big gain that I personally have, is I choose not to watch anime or TV shows. I'm actually very behind on. I don't know what's going on in Game of Thrones. I did not watch Breaking Bad. I don't watch anime, and because I don't do that, like it actually gives me a lot more time. Whereas, I'm not trying to criticize people who Netflix binge or who watch anime. If that's what you want to do, that's perfectly great. But the reason why I cut out TV and anime out of my life was because I realized how unproductive I was, and for the fact that if the goal of anime and Netflix is to help me relax and regain my energy, I found that my brain and just for me and my productivity actually went down because after I binge Netflix for a while, like I end up being tired after watching a bunch of movies or a bunch of TV shows. And I really do believe for myself at least that if I'm resting, that I should come out of that activity of rest more mentally and physically energized to do other things in the day. So I never, so originally I would watch a lot. I would watch TV. I would binge on YouTube shows, um, thinking that that was my relaxing activity. And then I realized it wasn't very relaxing for me because after binging, I would not feel relaxed and I would feel very tired. So because I don't do that, I have a lot more extra time in the night to do other things. So um, I guess if you're to look at opportunity costs here, let's say like you get home at like 7 o'clock and you decide to watch two-ish hours, maybe 2.5 hours of Netflix. Well, instead of me doing that, I'm restfully like relaxing for like 30 minutes to an hour. And then with that extra 1.5 to 2 hours, I set aside time and I do something productive. So this could be writing an article, it could be streaming, it could be coding Tafo stats, it could be doing research. And realistically, like if you just dedicate in your schedule, and a lot of us, we're very busy, but realistically there's probably an activity that you could probably cut out of your night and you can spend 1 hour doing something like a dedicated productive thing. And if you did that every day for 2 to 3 months, you dedicated that 1 hour to doing something else or to dedicating yourself towards a craft, an activity, towards some deliverables. Like it's fascinating how much you can get done in that 1 hour. It adds up very quick. And that's how like I'm able to be productive is I find these 1 to 2 hour things that like 6 7 years ago I wouldn't have because I binge on different things. And once again, if that's if you like anime and you like watching TV shows and that's your thing, you really love them, that's great. And maybe you find something else to sacrifice in your life to maybe you cut something else out of your life to add something else that you want to do. At the end of the day, like if you're full-time working, you have a relationship, you have to sacrifice something somewhere. But if you're very honest with yourself and what you want to cut, or you realize, hey, like this thing I do for like 13 hours a week, you know what? Like I don't actually need that in my life. What if I cut it out? Then you'll find that with that time that you could be doing other things, you get a lot done. So that's my productivity tip, and maybe I will share some of my other productivity tips. Maybe if you guys want to leave comments in the YouTube section of comments, just let me know if you guys have any follow-up questions. But that's honestly like one of the big gains I have in being productive.